Okay, so I'm gonna try and pump these videos out as quickly as possible. And hopefully in 2 weeks get all these put together. But in any way, what I'm gonna do now, this is just an introductory video. I might splice all these together and make one long video, but I don't know. Warrant Officer Candidate School is a beast, and it's really your first step into the big boy world of the Army. And as a street to seat person, it's a jarring experience because you go from basic trainee, not even given, you can't even go poop without your stick buddy, or sorry, I call them stick buddies, we call them now battle buddy. Can't even go poop without your battle buddy. And all of a sudden, you're thrust into this world where you're expected to know. You're expected to know this. And why don't you know it? You've been in the Army for 10 years, haven't you? You're a warrant officer candidate. So that's kind of the experience that all street to seaters kind of go through. And it's wild. I was, like I said, basic trainee, and 24 hours later, I was getting yelled at by drill sergeants, and 24 hours later, I was in a classroom with drill sergeants, and we're all equals. So it's a weird deal, but a lot to learn, and it's a great place to be. You just got to be able to take it all in and be able to adapt, which is the biggest thing in the Army. I didn't know this before getting in, and now that I know it, it definitely makes life a little easier when you consciously try to adapt to these situations, and that's the biggest thing. So I'm going to make a series of videos for Warrant Officer Candidate School, and I'll just talk about certain sections of it at a time because there's a lot that I want to cover, and I'll have to give you guys good tips and tricks, especially for street to seaters, because like I said, there's a steep learning curve and a lot of catch-up playing, because you're going to Warrant Officer Candidate School with people who've been in the Army 5, 10, 15 years, and for them, Warrant Officer Candidate School is just another school that they're going through. Nope, it's $1,000 school because that's how much they had to spend on stuff to get there, and they're gonna get their dot and move on. They don't see it as any different. But for your street to seater, at least for me, it's a big deal. It's a stepping stone. It's the next step that you're going to be able to fly. But yeah, so I'm going to have different sections covering the material. I'm going to start with the days prior to training day 0, and then probably break it down by weeks, because the class does a good job of that. Although I will say, caveat to everything that I'm about to say, and there's a fly flying around here. Anyway, everything I'm about to say and the videos I'm about to post, I was actually, if not the last class, the second to last class to go through with what's called the WOCS that was current at the time. They've changed the WOCS, and I'll go over what the WOCS is in a later video. So things might be a little different when you go through. And by a little, I might mean a lot because of the whole Corona mess too. But apparently the WOCS has changed, and things are different. But I'll talk to you about it from my perspective, and I'm sure it hasn't changed too drastically. I'm sure the grading events are still there, and everything is just about the same. But I won't be posting. My plan was to post the WOCS that I used to go through, but it's useless now because they've changed it, and so I won't be doing that. But in any event, this is a series of videos concerning Warrant Officer Candidate School.